Hey guys, I thought I'd shoot this video for a number of reasons. First off, to show other 73 Mustang owners how to do this to your console to help restore it, and also for a promo for superbrightleds.com. So basically what we have here is my console unit off my 73 Mustang Grande. And it's in relatively good condition considering how old it is, but definitely these gauges are notorious for being underlit, among other things. Turn it around here. So with the help of superbrightleds.com, I got this console to run very smoothly actually, and it's very bright, and I am a sucker for all things blue. So what I have here is a 4 LED bulb. You'll see the link in the description below, and these little sockets here I got from AutoZone, and I think they're $1 or $2 a piece. They're really cheap. So you'll probably need a couple of those. When I got the console off, two things. First off, this circuitry board was all bent up and it was ripped, so it just was malfunctioning, and half of the stuff was dead on the console. So first thing I did was buy another one of these circuit boards. And I think I had a promo code for, I think it was CaliforniaMustang.com that I got it from. It was about $80. So I mean, it wasn't too bad. And that's the first thing that you're most likely going to need to replace. And second of all, you'll need your sockets, of course, and the LED bulbs. And all these bulbs on here are from that website, and I have green ones for the turn signals, as you can see there. I have red for all the indicator lights, so you got a few of those, and blue for everything else. And everything is pretty easy to install. I just snap the bulbs into the socket, stick them in like so, turn them, and they'll lock into place there. And that was probably the biggest upgrade that I did. Two other things I want to show you here. Let me turn this around. I was lucky enough to find the fuel gauge off of Craigslist. Actually, it was a complete set of gauges, just off of a 73 coupe. So I didn't have the clock. The Grande, that's a special console on the Grande, has the clock. The other 73s, if I'm aware, they just have the different temperature and the other indicator gauges on there. So I was lucky enough to find that gauge and switch it out, because the original one I had just died. Has the little electrical coil that was in there had just, I guess it had fried or it fell off the node, and I couldn't get that thing back on. So I was lucky enough to find one of those, and the clock actually is a mod that I'm pretty proud of. This is the original gauge, of course, but the clock itself is actually a mod that I did using just a cheap AA battery Quartz clock that I got from drugstore, and that only costs like, $5 to $10. So what I did, instead of trying to restore the original gauge, because it actually works on gear movement, and that I just there was no way I could mess with it. It was way too complicated for me. And getting a conversion kit to a Quartz was going to cost, you know, an arm and a leg. So this turned out to work very well. And all I did was I took the clock, I cut up the entire thing to where I just had the main hands right there, the second, minute, hour. I had that piece and the two little power wires running from that to the battery itself. And of course, I mean, I'm sure that somebody who's more electrically inclined can hook that up to the main power source, the main power cord that's behind the dash. But you know, I didn't want to mess with that. I don't know too much about the voltage and all that kind of stuff, so I didn't want to mess with it. So I just took the battery enclosure, I cut it all up using just a jigsaw, and I was able to get that to fit inside the unit itself, and just attached it with some tape. And as you can see, it works very well, actually. What I did was I took the little box, the little gearbox it had, and I removed the hands and stuck it through there, and then, you know, put the hands back on, and battery powered it up, and it worked fine. So as you can see, it's still moving here. It's got those little glow-in-the-dark strips on it, so that's a plus. But of course, now that we have the lights, it's going to light up a whole lot better. So I'm going to show you here what this is going to look like in the dark. Hopefully this will come up okay. Got the lights over here. Shut the garage. That's also off of the website. There's a, it's called a Feston bulb, I think. I don't know how to say it. Feston, and that's a white LED up there. And I mean, you know, that's a heck of a lot brighter than the stock bulb. It's still not bright enough, as you can see. It's still very dark in here. But at any rate, you can switch that out. That fit right in, and it's a heck of a lot brighter than before. So let me. I'm going to hook this up here, very carefully, of course. Okay, I can see that somewhat. I mean, obviously I know it's really grainy on here. It's not too, I'm using a camera, so, you know, forgive me. But you can definitely see the glow there is a lot better than probably anything that, you know, you had in there before. And gas gauge, and I just hit the brights there so you can see. That's one of the red indicator lights there showing my brights on. And I don't have my keys at the moment, but yeah, both of the turn signals light up very bright green. And when I was putting this back together, since I'm on the subject of the turn signals, on the dash piece itself, all I did here was cut some plastic out. Actually, I think it was from a box or something I had bought, and stuck the plastic in there to in place of what was there before, because that was really worn out. But I mean, it looks great on there. So like I said, this is a very relatively inexpensive way to get your stock console up and running. Like I said, total cost for this overall was probably $110, $120, something like that. But I mean, compared to what you would pay to get either a whole replacement dash like Dakota Digital, they sell all digital gauges, and I think that's like what, $700-800 at least. Next thing would be to find another console or restore it, and I mean that's still going to cost you at least $200 to $300 easily. So I think this is the most cost-effective method for all you folks that are out there on a budget. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and leave me any comments in the section below, and I'll do my best to answer any questions you folks might have. So thanks for hanging with me today, and I'll try to upload some more videos as I go along with the restoration of the car. Thanks.